Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I am going to show you how you can create your custom hooks in React.js. So I'll go to my project here. So within the app section, so in this example I'm going to take an example of posts. Okay, so I'm going to display all the list of posts in the app section in my app component. So for that I'll in the src folder I'll create a lib folder, and within that I'll create a hooks.js. Okay, so here I'll create a functional component. So I'll name the hook as usePost. Okay, so basically what this hook does is it retrieves all the posts information and all from the API server. Okay, so always remember, whenever you are creating the hook in React.js, the rule is to use the prefix the keyword use before the main word you use. Okay, so by doing this, the React considers this particular function as a hook. Okay, so now I will import React. Then I need a use effect. I also need state from React. So here I'm going to specify certain states. First I will this posts contain the list of posts. Okay, and this is a method to set it. So by default this will be an empty array. Okay, so the next one will be a boolean value, which is shows whether the post is loading or not. So by default I'll set it to false. Okay, so the next thing will be the count, how many posts are there. So I'll use count, set count. So by default value will be 0. Okay, so here I will create a use effect hook. Okay, it's a lifecycle hook. And I will apply this hook on. So here you need to specify the state. For example, if the value of the state updates, then the this particular use effect hook will be called. Okay, so I want this to be done on posts. Okay, whenever the post gets updated, I want to count all those posts. So count post dot length. Okay, so after that I need to create a function here which will retrieve the posts. So for that I will fetch posts. Okay, so basically it will be an arrow function. So here what I'll do is I'll fetch the data from the JSON placeholder. Okay, so I'll go here. If you come to bottom, if you come at the bottom here, you can see that you can retrieve posts by calling this particular URL. So I'll go here, I'll specify the URL, then I'll create a response, I'll fetch the data. I will save the JSON file. Okay, so I'll just do a condition checking here. If the posts exist, then I will set them in the state set posts. So here what I also do, I need to this post I've been getting the data, so I need to set this is loading also. So before getting, I'll make it as is loading true, and after the data is retrieved, I'll make it I'll assign false. Okay, so after this I need to return the data. Okay, so here I will return the posts, then I will return the method fetch post, which will be used by the component, then the count, then is loading. Okay, then you can also export set is loading. Okay, so the next thing is I'll go back to my app component. So here I need to import that. Okay, so I will do import use posts from slash hooks. Okay, so now this is actually a hook. It's a custom hook. To use this, just assign this to a variable. Okay, so now we can use this here. So I'll prepare the UI post. I'll create a button here. I'll also give it an event. So when the button is clicked, I want to trigger an event, that is fetch data, fetch post. Type. So just specify as load posts. Okay. So below I will specify the count of the posts. So for that I'll use posts dot count. Okay, so if count is greater than 0, then I will render the count total posts as dot count. Okay, else return null. Okay, so now here I need to loop through each and every post and display each one of the posts. So for the first thing is I'll do a condition checking. I will check whether the if the post is not loading, post dot is if the post is loading is false, then I will loop through each post. Okay, so for the before that also I need to check whether the post has data or not. So for that, post dot length, to check whether the post has some value or not. Okay, so now within that I will loop through each post. So the post is the constant here, and you have to use posts to access the post. So we need to do the same thing here also. Dot map, and here will be index, item, and then index. Then you will return the output. So specify the key. Then I'll just specify some styling. Then bit padding. This value 10px and left right 5px. Okay. So after this, I'll close this div. So within this div, I will specify the title. Okay, item dot title. Then you can specify the description here. Okay, so here basically if you see the output, we are getting the title. This is actually a body, not description. So I'll go and add it here. So this is so in the else part here we will actually specify null here, and in this if it is loading, then I will show him another message, please wait. Okay, so after this doing these things, I need to render this component. I'll have to go to index.js and I have to add the same thing here. Okay, so now I'll save this and I'll go back to my project. Here you can see that it is not defined in the hooks.js. So let us see what the issue is. Import React use effect. Okay. So now here if I click on load post, you can see please wait is there and then the posts come in. So if I go to network type, if I show you in a slow 3G, I just refresh again. And click on load post. So you can see that it is loading. Okay, so now we can use this use post hook anywhere. For example, this fetch post will used to load the post. If you want to load only a single item, then you can pass an ID here. Okay, so that also you can do this. So it has a lot of advantages compared to the other use case. So here you can almost use the logic, use the logic to any functional component you want. And the one thing is that you can only use hooks within the functional component, not in the class components. That one thing you need to remember. Okay, so this was all about the video. If you like my video, hit a like and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.